Dr. Forum Jitendra.
Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to present a case report of aniridia in sisters. Aniridia is a rare panocular disorder affecting the cornea, anterior chamber, iris, lens, retina, macula, and optic nerve. It has an incidence of approximately between 1 is to 64,000 and 1 is to 1 lakh, and it can be associated with other syndromes, and 2/3 of all cases are familial and 1/3 are sporadic. Its cause is mainly mutation in the paired box gene PAX6 located on chromosome 11p13 and is necessary for the production of protein involved in the early development of the eyes. More than 280 mutations in the PAX6 gene have been found to cause aniridia. The mutation creates a premature stop signal in the instructions for making the PAX6 protein and lead to the production of an abnormally short non-functional protein. As a result, there is less PAX6 protein to regulate the activity of other genes. PAX6 mutations are also associated with Peters anomaly, coloboma, microphthalmia, and WARG syndrome. In my case, there was an 18-year-old female presented with the chief complaint of diminution of vision in both the eyes since childhood. Birth history was uneventful. Vision in right eye was 460 and in left eye was 560. Best corrected visual acuity of both eyes was 636. Intraocular pressure was normal. Both eyes had ptosis and horizontal nystagmus with deep anterior chamber, aniridia, microspherophakia, superior subluxated lens, zonular dialysis from 4 to 7 o'clock, lens coloboma, and multiple lenticular opacities. Right eye had exotropia of 15 degree and hypertropia. This is a picture. Fundus examination showed vitreous condensation with normal retina. Blood and thyroid profile was normal. ECG normal. USG abdomen, chest X-ray, MRI were normal. There was no significant abnormality. She had a 15-year-old younger sister with similar chief complaint of diminution of vision in both the eyes since childhood. Birth history was uneventful. Vision in both the eyes was 360 and BCVA was 624 in both the eyes. Intraocular pressure was normal and both eyes had ptosis and horizontal nystagmus with deep anterior chamber, aniridia, and cataractous lens. Fundus examination showed normal retina, blood and thyroid profile was within normal limits. ECG, MRI, and USG abdomen and chest X-ray were normal. Family history revealed that their father had similar complaints of diminution of visions in childhood, and this family is most probably a case of aniridia without any systemic association with autosomal dominant inheritance. The sisters were prescribed refractive correction. The cataracts were not felt to be visually significant and were observed, and the patients were advised to return for follow-up after 6 months. Aniridia is a clinical diagnosis, but confirmational genetic testing is available, and evaluation for a family history of disease is important. Sporadic aniridia must be evaluated for the deletion of WT1 gene. Based on phenotypes, it is classified as isolated aniridia without systemic involvement, WGR syndrome, and Gillespie syndrome. Based on inheritance, it can be autosomal dominant, sporadic form, and autosomal recessive. Autosomal dominant accounts for 2/3 of cases, and there is complete penetrance and variable expressivity and mutation in PAX6 gene or deletion of its regulatory proteins. Sporadic form accounts for 1/3 of cases. There is de novo deletions on chromosome 11p13 involving the PAX6 gene. Larger deletions affecting the adjacent WT1 Wilms tumor gene can cause WGR syndrome, which has Wilms tumor, aniridia, genitourinary anomalies, and mental retardation. These patients have 25 to 30% risk of developing Wilms tumor, and if there is contiguous deletion of WT1 and PAX6 gene, then there is risk of 50% of developing Wilms tumor. Autosomal recessive, these are only 2% cases, and if there is associated cerebellar ataxia, mental retardation, then it is known as Gillespie syndrome. There can be other ocular associations like in congenital lens opacities, tunica vasculosa lentis, or remnants of pupillary membrane. It can be associated with ocular hypertension or glaucoma, aniridia associated keratopathy, optic nerve hyperplasia, colobomas, foveal hypoplasia, high refractive errors, and esotropia. In systemic features, there can be reduced olfaction, cognition, behavioral problems, or developmental delay, central auditory processing difficulties, and WGR syndrome.
Please conclude.
These genetic testing can be done for these patients, and they are mainly, there is conservative management, but they can be surgically treated by Morchar intraocular lens, Optic 311, and custom flex prosthesis. The differential diagnosis must be ruled out, and these are the references. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Any questions from the audience?